Live life in an organic unity. No act should be partial. You should be involved in it. A Zen story. A very curious king, wanting to know about what these people go on doing in the monasteries, asked around, "Who is the most famous master?" Finding out that the most famous master of those days was Nanin, he went to his monastery. When he entered the monastery, he found a woodcutter. He asked him, "The monastery is so big, where can I find Master Nanin?" The man thought with closed eyes for a few moments, and he said, "Right now you cannot find him." The king said, "Why can't I find him right now? Do you understand that I am the ruler of the land?" He said, "That is irrelevant. Whoever you are, that is your business. But I assure you, you cannot find him right now." "Is he out?" asked the king. "No, he is in," replied the woodcutter. The king said, "But is he involved in some work, in some ceremony? Or in isolation? What is the matter?" The man said, "He is right now cutting wood in front of you. And when I am cutting wood, I am just a woodcutter. Right now, where is Master Nanin? I am just a woodcutter. You will have to wait." The king thought, "This man is mad, simply mad. Master Nanin cutting wood?" He went ahead and left the woodcutter behind. And Nanin continued to cut wood. The winter was coming close and wood had to be stored. The king could wait, but winter wouldn't wait. The king waited 1 hour, 2 hours, and then from the back door came Master Nanin, in his master's robe. The king looked at him. He looked like the woodcutter. But the king bowed down. The master sat there, and he asked, "Why have you taken so much trouble to come here?" The king said, "There are many things, but those questions I will ask later on. First I want to know, are you the same man who was cutting wood?" He said, "Now I am Master Nanin. I am not the same man, the total configuration has changed. Now here I am sitting as Master Nanon. You ask as a disciple, with humbleness, receptivity. Yes, a man very similar to me was cutting wood there, but that was a woodcutter. His name is also Nanin." The king was so puzzled that he left without asking the questions he had come to ask. When he went back to his court, his advisors asked what happened. He said, "What happened it is better to forget about. This Master Nanin seems to be absolutely insane. He was cutting wood. He said, 'I am a woodcutter and Master Nanin is not available right now.' Then the same man came in a master's robe and I asked him, and he said, a similar man was cutting the wood. But he was the woodcutter, I am the master." And in Zen language, which is difficult to translate, he was saying not exactly that I am a woodcutter, he was saying, right now it is woodcutting. Not a woodcutter, because there is not even space for the cutter. It is simply wood being chopped, and he is so totally in it. It is only woodcutting is happening. And when he comes as a master, of course, it is a different configuration. The same parts are now in a different accord. So with each action you are a different person. If you get totally involved in it. Buddha used to say, it is just as the flame of the candle looks the same, but is never the same even for 2 consecutive moments. The flame is continuously becoming smoke, new flame is coming up. The old flame is going out, the new flame is coming up. The candle that you had burned in the evening is not the same flame that you had started. That has gone far away, nobody knows where. It is just a similarity of the flame, that gives you the illusion that it is the same flame. The same is true about your being. It is a flame. It is a fire. Each moment your being is changing, and if you get involved totally in anything, then you will see the change happening in you each moment. A new being, and a new world, and a new experience. everything suddenly becomes so full of newness that you never see the same thing twice. Then naturally, life become a continuous mystery, a continuous surprise. On each step a new world opens up, of tremendous meaning, of incredible ecstasy. When death comes, death, too, is not seen as something separate from life. It is part of life, not an end of life. It is just like other happenings. Love had happened, birth had happened. You were a child, and then childhood disappeared. You became a young man. And then the young man disappeared. You became an old man. And then the old man disappeared. How many things have been happening? Why don't you allow death also to happen just like other incidents? And actually the person who has lived moment to moment lives death, too. And finds that all the moments of life can be put on one side. And the one moment of death can be put on the other side, and still it weighs more. In every way it weighs more because it is the whole life condensed and something more added to it, which was never available to you. A new door opening, with the whole life condensed, a new dimension opening.